The top military officials prosecuting the war against ISIS say new tactics authorized by President Trump to destroy the terrorist group are working. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin has details from the Pentagon.
As the president left for the Middle East, Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and the State Department Special Envoy, gave an update on the ISIS fight and two new tactics that the president has signed off on that they say has accelerated the destruction of ISIS.
No longer will we have slowed decision cycles because Washington, D.C. has to authorize tactical movements on the ground. I have absolute confidence, as does the president, our commander-in-chief, and the commanders on the ground, as he's proven by delegating this authority to me with the authority to further delegate it.
And preventing foreign fighters from leaving Syria and returning home to set up more ISIS cells, ending what had been described in the past as whack-a-mole.
And we estimate that at its peak, foreign fighter flow in Iraq and Syria was 1,500 fighters per month. And today we estimate that those numbers are less than 100 per month.
Mattis and General Joe Dunford both pushed back on news reports that former National Security Advisor Mike Flynn's financial ties to Turkey, taking $500,000 and not registering as a foreign agent, now being investigated by the FBI, interfered with the president's decision to arm the Syrian Kurds, slowing down the effort to retake the ISIS capital, Raqqa.
I can answer that question directly. It did not.
Because we're getting into a more political area where we try to keep our apolitical military complete out, let me just say, only now are we completing the encirclement of Raqqa, and there's been no delay in the effort to do that other than the normal vagaries of the battlefield.
That battlefield got more complicated Thursday when U.S. special operators called in airstrikes on pro-Assad forces that the defense secretary said today included a convoy of Iranian-directed militias who did not heed a U.S. and Russian warning to turn back. Iranian fighters, he said, may have been killed as a result of the U.S. airstrike.
I don't know there were Iranians on the ground, but by Iranian-directed forces inside an established and agreed-upon deconfliction zone.
Mattis said today that if it had not been for the Iranian reinforcements at the start of the Syrian uprising against President Bashar Assad, the Syrian people would have likely overthrown the regime and avoided this costly civil war, which subsequently gave rise to ISIS. James?
Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon tonight. Jennifer, thank you.